Dear friends and viewers, today I am going to discuss about the Supreme Court of India's recent judgment delivered on 31 August 2020. That is, a three-member bench headed by Justice Arun Misra ordered the removal of 48,000 slum dwellings situated along the railway tracks in Delhi within a period of 3 months. Such order affecting millions of slum dwellers who have been in that place for the past 60 years. Delhi metropolitan city doesn't belong to just Ambani's or Adani's. It belongs to all the residents that have been living therein for decades together, including these slum dwellers. The most alarming and shocking fact is this: the court order said that no court shall grant any stay with respect to removal of the encroachments, and in any such interim order is granted that shall be ineffective. That was the pronouncement made by the three-member bench headed by Justice Arun Misra. It is against the Indian Constitution, against all natural justice, and against all international instruments of human rights. It creates a lot of legal hurdles and ignored the principles of natural justice, judicial precedents on the right to shelter, and the state parties governing eviction. Before going into the detail of the Supreme Court judgment, we shall discuss what is the background of the issue. The Jaggi Jopri is one of the 7 unplanned settlements designated by the government of National Capital Territory of Delhi. The areas are located on public land owned by agencies like Delhi Development Authority, that is DDE, the Railways Department, and the Central Public Works Department, and have been constructed without permission of the authorities concerned. As a result, the areas are often described as encroachments by the governing agencies in Delhi, and the residences have been experienced repeated waves of eviction and resettlement since 1960s. The case has been pending in the Delhi metropolitan government for the past 60 years. The very recent survey conducted by Socio-Economic survey revealed that there are about 3,04,108 such households. Affecting the right to residence is now at stake by the orders of the Supreme Court of India, affecting millions of people in Delhi. Mostly they are the marginalized section of the Delhi population. The point is that the Supreme Court of India in 1986 held that eviction like this shall be done accordance with the rule of law, rule of the land. It is violation of the principles of natural justice by which the affected slum dwellers are required to be heard individually or by a group or by represented by an organization. Even there is a protocol that these affected those settled before January 2006 should not be demolished without providing alternative building. There was a protocol therein. The building that have been occupied by the residents before January 1, 2006 shall not be demolished, and even if it is a demolished, the alternative accommodation shall be given to the affected parties. And moreover, the master plan for Delhi 2021 also provides a rehabilitation of slum dwellers and their resettlement. It is to be recorded in herein Bollywood actress Gangna Ranat house demolition was stopped by the Bombay High Court. The Bombay High Court rightly observed that unauthorized construction of a house would not have been happened overnight. Hence, it has given stay not to demolish the building of this Bollywood actress Gangna Ranat. Justice has been done in the case of an actress, but in the case of slum dwellers in Delhi, it is a different story and shocking. The conscience of the larger sections of the people who have not still lost their confidence on Indian jurisprudence, but disturbed by the Supreme Court judgment. Now, my point is that in umpteen number of cases and judgments, the Supreme Court of India have held several times that the demolition shall not be done in a manner which is unfair and unconstitutional. In a landmark 5-member judgment, Supreme Court in Volga Tellis and others versus Bombay Municipal Corporation in 1985 held that the right to livelihood and that no eviction shall take place without notice and hearing those affected. It was the judgment pronounced by the 5 members member bench of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. In 1995, the Supreme Court recognized the right to shelter as a component of the right to life under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. It must be borne in mind that the right to life and livelihood comes under the Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. Hence, the millions of slum dwellers' rights to live therein shall not be disturbed until or otherwise providing alternative accommodation or residence to the affected parties. The High Court of Delhi held that prior to any eviction, a survey must be conducted, and those evicted shall have a right to meaningful relocation plans. This principle has been upheld in umpteen number of Supreme Court judgments. That is our point for consideration. Hence, the orders of the Supreme Court that threatens to leave lakhs of homeless amid a health and economic emergency is unfair and unjust. As the pandemic makes urban informal livelihood more vulnerable, the United Special Rapporteur on the right to adequate housing has called member states to declare an end to forced eviction. So, the Supreme Court of India has not honored its own Supreme Court larger bench's judgment, and also the protocol, and also that is a master plan of Delhi 2020. And moreover, it has crossed its limitation or domain. It has ordered even the political executives shall not come to the rescue of these affected farmers, the parties, that is the slum dwellers, that is millions of slum dwellers who have been forced to evict from their places of residences. It crosses its limit. It is the onus responsibility of the political executives to come to the rescue of the affected citizens, as they are the representative of the people. Hence, under these circumstances, All the political parties and democratic parties must come to the rescue of the slum dwellers of Delhi. Moreover, Aam Aadmi Party Delhi government has written a letter to the central dispensation not to disturb the slum dwellers and to give them alternative arrangements. If the central government is not prepared to give any alternative arrangements to the slum dwellers, the Delhi government, Aam Aadmi government, is ready to give 45,000 of houses to the slum dwellers. So, either the central government provides alternative accommodation to the slum dwellers or not, at least it must hear the voice of the Delhi government, which is ready to give accommodation to the slum dwellers. With this, I end my speech. Thank you.